Okay, so I want to talk about, this is going to be talking about the IRLP system, and this is going to be a quick demonstration on going to the Ogdensburg repeater. I think it's 4294. But before we begin, I just want to show you effectively what the IRLP is comprised of. It's comprised of they're all home built back in the day, but you see the couple of things here. The first thing you see here is this board here. This board is the actual IRLP unit. And so this is what's talking to all the components for the IRLP. Now below that, this black thing, this is the computer. This is a small computer that runs on Linux. You can see that there's a couple things. There's your Ethernet port because this needs internet. And this also right here is a USB. This USB is for the sound card that goes into this IRLP system. And then what you have is this whole unit right here, this whole unit of the IRLP board and the computer talks directly to this Baofeng radio. You can see that there is in this Baofeng radio a in and out transmission on the side of the Baofeng. It's just similar to a normal Baofeng like this one, where if you have here the speaker and the mic, speaker on the top, and you can see there, that's where it is, those two. Now if you can see here, we got 447.500. So on this one here, this handheld, I have 447.500. And if you look, all it is a simple simplex. And you can see that lights up and can say KL3HO testing. Now when you do that, there's also some lights that are going to light up on the IRLP board. And you can see here, nothing right now. But what's going to happen here is just like IRLP, I'm going to press this, and I'm going to press 4294. So I'm going to do that here quick, and then see if I can be able to do this while on the having two hands here. So I'm going to type this, and I'm going to punch in 4294. So now,
welcome to the W9GAP repeater, Ogdensburg, Wisconsin. Link active.
This is KL3HO. This is KL3HO. KC9THE, are you there? Now when this happens, what you're going to hear...
KL3HO, KC9THE. I'm on low power. How am I making the system, Jack?
Yeah, this is great. You are coming in great. I can hear you just fine. And I'm recording this as we speak.
Okay, note 4225. I believe that's what the computer said. And I've got that written down on my desk here, and Sean gave me that number quite a while ago. Over.
Yeah, so that node 4225, you are seeing that, or I'm seeing it right now in the video, you'll see it. It's a green IRLP circuit board, and that's my node number. It's called 4225, and I had to go to Ogdensburg 4294. You're coming in great. This sounds great. Over.
Exactly. Yes, Sean just talked about that on our own private simplex frequency that we've developed a few hours ago. So, all right, we've established communication. that's a good start. Now, I'm waiting for that video to help explain all the questions Sean and I have. And he is currently bidding for his own node. And obviously you've talked to him, so you're current with the situation. Over.
Yeah, that's correct. So on eBay, there's several IRLPs that I would be interested in getting that are turnkey operations similar to mine, where you have your IRLP, a little computer, and a radio for that setup. And so all you need is a power supply and internet, and you should be good to go. I'd be pretty excited if you guys do that. I think it'd be really fun to be able to chime in and connect with you and Sean.
There are many details, i.e. as if, do I need to get internet? Does Sean need to get into the 925 machine? Do we need bigger power supplies, run more watts, etc., etc., etc.? But we got the foot in the door. Thank you, Jack. Over.
Yeah, so I think lots of questions. I think, if you guys were to buy one of these on eBay, you would realize that it's pretty simple and straightforward to get the system running. You need to have internet, and right now I just am talking a little 5-watt radio, and my IRLP node. That's just a little small 5-watt radio too. So you can get a big radio for it, for the IRLP system, but all it needs really is just any old radio, and it's pretty neat. The other thing, I'll time out here and then reset. Yeah, the other thing that's interesting and very is, instead of going to the node number 4294 at Ogdensburg, you would have your own node assigned. Like I said, mine is 4225, so if you wanted to talk to, or if I wanted to talk to your new node, it would just be that new number. It'd be typically their 4-digit number. KL3HO, talking to KC9THE.
Well, as far as I understand it, you and I are talking. That is one building block, let's say A. Number 2 building block would be have Sean join you and I in this particular situation on this conversation. Building block C. Building block, B. Building block C would be Sam. Now, Sean and Sam both have internet. I do not. So, with that video, that would explain a lot. Over.
Yeah, I think what you could do is, if you have a radio, and I'm turning on a second radio here in my hand, and from that second radio, that could be you, and that could be Sean talking with my radio. You guys could be talking on simplex like I am now, and you can probably hear me. But it's also going to the radio node over the internet too. And so I'm videoing this. You'll see exactly what I meant by that.
All right. Very good. Very good. Now I'm learning a little bit more. So, in other words,
Both radios are working right now.
Sean and I could continue using our private simplex frequency, and which would eliminate talking to the rest of the world like we're doing right now in Wisconsin. I believe you are just talking to me, but I am talking to everyone in 5 or 6 counties in middle of northeast Wisconsin. Over.
Now we're on simplex. I'm going to pretend I'm Steve now chiming in with this other radio. Yeah, that's correct. So I'm still chiming in now here. I'm using my other radio now. And so I got 2 handheld radios that are picking up both on simplex. And then also my IRLP node is also on simplex too, and that's getting picked up. So effectively, you could run a simplex radio to Sean, and then Sean also has a radio that is connected to the IRLP, and we all 3 could talk. You 2 would be on simplex, and then I would be on my node here in Anchorage, Alaska. And now Steve's going to chime in again.
You somewhat answered my question. So, in other words, instead of talking to everyone here out listening and everyone else having the capability to join us on a conference call, we could still go back to me dialing in the 925 Ogdensburg, but on the other hand, if we wanted a real private conversation, Sean and I would dial in simplex using the node. We could talk to you, and you would not talk to anyone besides us. Is that correct? Over.
And now I'm going to be Sean again here. Yeah, so that, I think you get the gist of it. You would not have to use the Ogdensburg repeater. It would be a one-to-one connection between you and, or I should say between myself and Sean. If he would get an IRLP, so it would be a one-to-one connection. That would be private. And then, on Sean's end, he could do just a simple dead frequency that's on simplex. And if you can receive that and transmit on that simplex, both you and Sean could talk to me. And so again, I'm right now as I'm talking, I'm demonstrating with this video of you and me having 2 radios. Over.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, I think I've got a more bigger picture on the capabilities that we're left with and that are available to us. And tell you what, we'll leave it right there, Jack.
No sound here.
Communication. But I would like to put a shout out for KL3HO Jack. Larry, are you out there and monitoring tonight? Over. KL3HO, KC9THE. Back to you, Jack.
Yeah, well, I think this was great. I appreciate the connection. You sound great. This is probably the best I've heard you sound in quite a while on the Ogdensburg repeater. So that's really encouraging too. Yeah, this is KL3HO talking to KC9THE. I think what I'm going to do is end this video. I'm about 14 minutes into it, and I think it gets the gist of it, and I'll try to send this video to Sean here. So yeah, you can see what's going on. You know, this could be, again, Steve. This could be Sean.
Very good. And we'll talk about the rest of the
And this could be at Sean's house.
situation when we get a little more privacy dialed in. So with that, KL3HO up there in Anchorage, Alaska. This is KC9THE on the Ogdensburg repeater down here in Appleton, Wisconsin. Name is Steve. So I'll say goodbye and 73s for right now, Jack, and thank you. And I'll be over and out and clear on your final. I'm going to flip over and try to contact Sam. Over and out and clear, Jack.
So as long as Steve, if this is Steve's radio, as long as he can touch and reach this IRLP radio, he should be fine. Yeah, this is KL3HO. That was great. I appreciate it. 73s, and look for this video coming out this weekend. Hopefully you'll get it. Thank you again, KL3HO. So that's basically the gist of it. Steve can talk to this radio, and Sean over here can talk to this radio. Then all three of us, as I demonstrated, can be talking to each other. Again, this is the node that would be connected to, my node would be connected to Sean's node. One-to-one connection. Anyways, I think this mostly shows how this all is done. Like I said, here's a little bit more on here. I did want to show you here what happens. So when I press 7.3 on this, I do PTT, and I'll do a PTT and 7.3 on this. I'll show you what happens, if I can. It's kind of very hard. So I'm going to do a 7.3, and you'll see right here, there's a DTMF tone. So it's going to pick that up when I hit 7.3. 7.3 is to disconnect. KL3HO, I'll be over and out. And here we go. Here's 7.3. I can do it. And there it goes.
W9GAP repeater, Ogdensburg, Wisconsin. Link clear.
So when I do this, there's no sound ever coming from this radio. And the reason why it's no sound is because it's getting bypassed through these, the mic and the speaker. So the speaker is going back into here. And that's the gist of it. Okay, I think we did it, and we'll talk later. Okay, so I want... Okay, now that we saw and demonstrated how the IRLP worked and how I talked to Steve, I just want to do a quick little thing to show you what exactly happened. Computer demonstration. So here's my handheld radio, and it's talking by radio waves to my other radio, which then goes to the IRLP. This is my IRLP radio, that handheld. Here's my computer radio. And basically then once you go from the computer, it goes out to the internet. And so if you take a look at that, what really happened is over here on my node 4294 in my home, I'm talking, or Steve's talking. Again, radio waves. Those radio waves go from the radio, get transmitted to digital audio from the computer, then pushes it a direct connection. As you can see, that's a direct connection, node to node. Here's a node here. Instead of 3446, it's 4294, the Ogdensburg repeater. And the Ogdensburg is the same setup. You got a computer here, and then you have the computer connected to a radio, and it's connected here. So if Steve here can talk to this Ogdensburg repeater, or for example, this node here was Sean's, Sean could have this radio. As long as Sean and Steve can talk, both can touch this base with this radio, just a simple simplex radio. Now, the other thing I want to quickly show you is when it gets a little bit more interesting, is if you want to connect to multiple people. So, for example, let's say that you have Sean and Sam that want to connect, and they both have IRLPs. Well, here's an IRLP system. Here's another one. Right now, you could both connect into this, what would be a reflector. There's a lot of reflectors out there, and there's a lot of dead reflectors. So if we want to do a reflector, you see that there's a 1-to-1 connection with this reflector for each one of these nodes. But because it's a reflector, it can have more than 2 connections, or more than 1 connection. You can see there's already 2 connected. Now, if you want Sam to chime in, you can have multiple people chiming into this reflector. You can have me at home, 4294. You could have, for example, Sean chiming in. And, for example, Sam could be chiming in to this reflector. And so that's the simple gist of it.
Okay, Steve. This is Sam here. You know that I just made that video and we had success. It's 20 minutes long. This is KC9 GVM. So all copyrights should go to Jack Gadamus, KL3HO. I am KC9 GVM passing along the information. Have a great day in 73s. Bye.